Romii au fost, când spui numele, nu rom, ei spun țigan. Totdeauna am fost marginalizați.
Pentru că este foarte greu să ieși dintr-o cultură care nu este băgată de seamă nimeni.
The Roma in Romania, they're actually a different ethnicity. They are descendants of an Indian nomadic culture, but they are uneducated, vulnerable population in Romania.
Gypsies are not integrated. They are segregated. In every town, every village, there is a section where the Roma people live. Our ministry here in Romania is working with the Romanian people, with the orphans and the poor.
This past summer marked our 20th anniversary on the field. And so we're sort of on that journey of trying to engage that cycle of poverty and really coming to understand their culture, their identity, and what makes them who they are.
I accepted the Lord when I was 16 and a half. Romania was at that time under communism. I ended up in this re-education labor camp. We were worked the sunrise to sunset. After 2 years, I was allowed to leave Romania with my parents, climbing the stairs to the airplane. I was looking back and I said to myself, I will never set my foot in this evil country. The journey back to Romania, it was engineered by God, I believe, because, I grew up as a typical Romanian that wanted to distance himself from anything and everything that had to do with the gypsy world. God convicted me of the way I felt and the way I was and thinking in the past. I saw that my purpose in being here is to give back to the people that I despised. Now we want to develop an after-school ministry geared toward kids in Tinca.
Beyond the Bell is the name of our educational initiative in Tinca. Our ministry goes to the school every day about 1 o'clock, and we pick up the kids from school. We transport them to our after-school program, so they walk in the door and they see the smiling faces of our staff and volunteers, and they get to sit down like a family around the table and just talk about their day. Our heart in that is to disciple them, to teach them about Jesus and his love for them. We want them to embrace the gospel. It's not uncommon that the meal they get in our after-school program could be the only meal they get that day. Well, some kids are doing homework, some kids shower, get a clean set of clothes because they don't have, running water, things that we really take for granted most of the time.
Am crescut aici în comunitatea din Tinca. Cea mai mare problemă pe care o văd eu este că nu merg mai departe să-și continue studiile. Singurul lucru care m-a propulsat și m-a ajutat în viață a fost că am mers la școală. Prin muncă și prin a merge la școală și se poate reuși în viață. Și asta încerc să motivez copiii din ziua de azi să meargă la școală.
I'm excited about what God's done in Ălîn's life, and he's part of our team, and that he's Roma, and he totally understands these kids, and yet there's been this transformation in his family, and now he's raising kids that know the Lord as well, have come to know the Lord. That's just an example of the difference, first of all, Christ made, like the spiritual transformation, and then the role education's played also in giving them these opportunities to make a difference in their community, now give back.
When you see a life that's being changed, you see a young lady or a young boy being able to read and write, even his name, that gives me joy. That child will educate his children. In one generation, illiteracy could be eradicated. We saw the need. We didn't have the resources. We didn't have the building. We said, we got to do something. And as we did it, as we moved God provided.
It was the Lord in the beginning, in the middle, in the end. I mean, this is a work that He has orchestrated in our hearts. It's His heart. I could never do this. He's the answer. He's the hope. He's given us the vision. He sees the Roma population of Tinca. In His amazing sovereignty and sense of humor, He thought the Bucurs might be able to do something. This birthday gift from Jesus is going to help our ministry expand. We have a large building on the back of our property. We need to renovate it. And so that's sort of the dream right away and what we plan to do between now and the fall.
For the one, it's for the little child that's hungry, that's illiterate. Those are the ones in our lives. Also, for the one with capital O, we do everything for the glory of God. I want to be there for the one that needs me, and I have no excuse not to be the one for the one that God loves and cares for.